Hello all you repair technicians and repair-minded individuals. Today we're going to be doing a power board repair on a Samsung TV, model number UN43NU6900B. So let's get into it. Howdy partners. We have this 43-inch UN43NU6900 and it is presenting with a case of no power. Slide this over there. So I believe the owner of this TV said that there was maybe a loud pop. As you can see, there's no indicator light or anything going on here. No signs of life. Turn the TV on, it did a sound, and since then never turned on again. But have no fear. Sounds like it's an easy fix. Honestly, it sounds like the panini fix. We've seen some of our other Samsung repair videos. There's the old panini maker trick that we used. Obviously, not using a panini maker to fix it, but it's just one of the tools I use because it's a safe way of joining together a fuse if you want to just test. So if it will take a load, if if it's not properly put together and everything, but if it is, then it'll just power on. So it's just a little bit of safety. So all right, this board is a little bit different than what we are used to. I don't know why the ISO is really high. I think it's because there was another video that I did. Okay, so here is the board in question. Grab our multimeter, put it in diode mode. Just gonna check. Oof. It's a blown fuse. Do we even need to do that? Is there visual inspection I can do? I mean, that looks pretty rough right there. I am a bit confused at whatever component that is. Here's a couple of diodes there, it looks like. It says D for diode, and then I believe this one's the power chip. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little tool like this. This tool. Scrape it. Kind of take off the silicone. Alright, I'm just being kind of crazy. So let me see if I can bring this a little bit closer. So actually, if you take a look right here, zoom all the way in. This capacitor is clearly has been exploded. Just kind of okay, this is a really bad idea. There's no insulation, but I knew that there was no power here, so definitely don't do that ever. So like I suspected, this is probably, I don't see any reading or any label on it, but I imagine it's I'm gonna say QP and then something, which tells me that it is a power chip, a MOSFET, metal oxide, semiconductor, field effect transmitter, if you are curious. I bet you right here it says, yep, QP 801CS. And if we go ahead and zoom out a little bit, we can keep this multimeter on diode mode and find out that that chip is completely shorted. And MOSFETs generally are not supposed to do that. And show you what I mean by that. Here we have a working MOSFET, a brand new, fresh MOSFET. And we check the pins for continuity. No, they're not short. Because it is not supposed to be short. It's supposed to be a gate, a source, and a drain, I believe. Honestly, I could be talking out of my mouth right now, because I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that it's not supposed to be short. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and replace this right away, because I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys saying you don't like the way I replace these MOSFETs. So I'm gonna do it the right way right here. I got my iron. We need some more flex. Okay, where are we? Right there. And we got a nice bottle of flex right here. So before I actually desolder this, I need to grab a screwdriver and unscrew it. All right, now I can get started. See, the reason why I don't do it this way is because it just takes so much longer and no one's gonna see it anyways. It doesn't affect performance. Better for the board's health, not excessively heating the board. But I know a lot of people really like, you know, it to look perfect and everything. I'm more worried about the user's experience. Obviously, as a technician, there's, you know, we see what's on the inside and we can see, oh, this person didn't remove the chip fully, but the person watching the TV is not going to be opening the TV, and if they are, you know, maybe it'll help someone who's you know, pretty low level soldering like myself. So there's definitely some like protective silicone on these. So it's going to be a little tricky, but I'm just going to add some tension right here. And yeah. Instead of doing that, I'll do it with a pair of pliers. So I'll have some tension on the MOSFET and then add solder and heat to the joints. Tension and heat. This one is taking a little bit longer. Nice. So pros and cons of doing it without a hot air gun. I do have a hot air station, but I prefer to use just a soldering iron for something small like this with only 3 legs, because it's a lot less setup. I can't really move my soldering station over here. And also you're putting less heat on the board, so less chance to crack the board. But I do believe I kind of ruined this via, because it looks like it's spinning freely. Let's see real quick, just to see if we have continuity from here to here. All right, I want to be extra sure of that, so at the end I'm going to solder that together. All right, so on for the main event. Okay. So I can do this one of 2 ways. I can either do it from this side and just heat up the board underneath. I think I'm going to do that. Or I could hold this underneath and then heat up the board, which I think might actually be easier. It's funny, I did this because of the angry comments, but I feel like this video is gonna get even angrier comments. It's just how I do it. Whatever works. As long as it works, right? Okay. So I'm just gonna check, see if I can bring it down. All right, look at that. Actually, before we screw that in, just grab some thermal compound. Also notice how this has taken almost, this video is now 16 minutes long. Whereas if I would have just cut the legs off, oops. I would have probably been done by now. But that's okay. Now we screw that in. And now I'm just going to add solder to these joints. Maybe clip off the legs. Hi, welcome in. Sorry. Eating a sandwich. Someone came in. Someone came in with a TV. So that's what that was. Trying to bridge this. Okay, I might have to scrape a little bit off. Anyways, I don't really remember what I was saying. Someone came in. QN, Samsung, go figure. Short panel. Short panel is my guess from how he described it. This freaking protective layer is so annoying. All right. Chop off the legs. Chop off the legs. And before we plug this in, we got to chop off one of the legs of that capacitor. So, all right. Now I can go ahead and set that down. Clean up a little bit. And I'm just gonna grab my panini maker and plug this in real quick. And let's grab the panini maker. And we good? Oh, nice. Okay. Let me unplug this actually. Oh, you guys can't even see. Let me show you, unplug the main board from the power board so that you just get straight backlight. Ta-da! All right, now all I have to do is discharge this. Using an insulated piece of metal, do not touch just like a, fork. I just tripped over the power cord. Yeah, 20 minutes in, we're not even done. Just goes to show. And then lastly, we're gonna need to replace the fuse. So let me look for a fuse. Fuse here. Is this fuse good? Is this fuse good? No, it is not. Is this fuse good? Yes, it is. Nice. All right, we're gonna need some of this stuff again. Turn this on. Oof. This is gonna be kind of funny. I'm not going to put this fuse on the right way. I'm gonna do it my way. And the beauty of that is that it's going to work. So to maintain as much leg as possible on the board that we want the donation from, I mean, and then keep as much leg on the actual fuse that we are donating. So off screen, just tinning the legs of the fuse. Now I'm gonna tin the legs on the board side. I'm just gonna use this so I don't burn myself. And same on this side. All right. And now if we plug it in, we get some backlights. And if you heard that, the sounds just came on. I'm gonna reset my work areas. Reset. Set that to the side. Okay. And now, take a look at the screen. Make sure it's not cracked. And I can actually just do something like this. Ta-da! Beautiful. All right, so it's a bad angle, but that's how you fix this TV. Simple power board repair, MOSFET replacement. That's a good looking TV.